Good day, cellmates. It's Julie Q from Australia, Queensland, Australia. Just going to do hopefully it's going to be a quick little pour for you. It's one that I'm just testing out some colours without adding too many colours. So I'll explain it obviously as I go along. Would probably be the best bet because it is a test pour for a large commission that I have. I don't like doing commissions, so I'm going to see if the colours work out okay. It was one I was asked to do with my swipe techniques and a bit of balloon work, but with minimal colour. So as you know me, I love colour, so it's more going to be a challenge for me not to add too much, but they do want a real dark chocolate swipe, so I'm hoping that the real dark brown chocolate swipe will actually add the lift to what might be a very bland pour. So here goes, people. We'll just see how this goes. Okay, so that I'm mostly white. Gonna do some swirls. Okay, mostly white. Keep it in your head, she said. With teals and greens. This is the brief. So I've got to do as I'm told. So I'll just see what I can come up with, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So just trying. And of course, so that was everything today is the Mont Studio acrylics, and I've mixed up these batches of paint yesterday with the Mont clear PVA glue. Oof, okay. This is my dog. She always decides to either make an entrance. I just let her out. Go. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, the Mont mixed with 70% glue and 30% water. Now, if you want my pouring recipe, it's underneath in the drop-down box. If you want my how I mix my paint, that is also there. And I also now am going to put a link to beginners videos because I've had so many requests from beginners to look at pours that that they can learn how to mix the paints and the pouring medium. So I've added the links now to the bottom of my videos, and hopefully that will alleviate some sort of questions that I keep asking the same old thing kind of thing. Anyway, I'll have to concentrate a little bit on these. So what I've used so far is the Mont turquoise. I've used the Mont turquoise again, but I added a bit of dark blue, the phthalo blue. I made a flesh colour up myself, which was with the white, and just tip a little bit of orange into it, and it's kind of made this fleshy colour. So these are the only colours I'm using today, can you believe? So very different from me, because as you know, I just saturate my canvas in colour usually, but when you're trying to do something that somebody's asked you to do, and it's not your particular likes, it's a little bit difficult for an artist that it isn't something that they actually like to do. But I'm just going to give it a try, and if I don't feel happy with it, then I just won't do it. I won't take on things that I'm not happy to do myself, that I'm just, don't feel right with. But that's just me, a weird lass. So just giving it finger pop around the edge. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all so much. I'd like to let you know that I really do. So just thinking but I might need a little bit more, white, because those were the colours though that were asked for. So, and they are gorgeous colours. So I'm just going to try this, see how we go. So this is quite a simple one, but hopefully it will be nice. So what I've done is I have made up a chocolate. It was a burnt umber from the Mont Studio Acrylics, and I added a good chunk of black in there, so it's turned out a real rich chocolatey brown, which is far nicer than just black, which that's why I like doing very, very dark navies too. So easy peasy. Just doing a thin line through there. I'm gonna just use my soft plastic file divider. I have got my silicone mat down, which has got lots of bits of paint that actually need picking off, but I haven't had the time to pick off all the bits in between because I'm a prolific pourer. Okay, so I have got a pea pad to wipe my swipe tool. This swipe tool is a soft plastic file divider. So just nice and easy. This is probably a very easy beginner's pour too, because there's not really much to it, but there always is a nice outcome. So I'm hoping that this one turns out that way. I'm not too worried where, if you miss bits, don't stress. It's only paint, your art room, your rules. That's what I say. I'm just gonna turn this. Oh, they're gorgeous colours underneath the chocolate brown, so I'm really hoping that the chocolate brown would actually disappear a bit more, but I think that what I would have to do to make that happen is put a really, really thin line, so maybe it might be the go to actually put my chocolate brown into a squeezy bottle. So I can just squeeze a thin line along there, a bit easier than trying to control a cup. Maybe a bit easier. And another thing I've done in past pours is do this swipe colour really, really thin. So it just kind of then acts as an outline. Now, I'm also gonna, with this one, actually try to show you a little bit more of how I use a balloon, because I had so many people say, well, watching all of your balloon techniques and it looks so simple, but when we've come to do it, it's just not working. So of course I have to say practice and persistence, because that's how I achieved it in the first place. But I'm just going to try and give a few little pointers on the balloon, and I'll use this test pour to do that. Okay, I'm going to go over this now with my heat wand. Can't praise the benefits of this heat wand over butane torch, because I did not think I would be using this little heat wand so often. I thought I would keep reverting back to the good old butane torch, but I haven't. Once now I got sent this from the online Shabby Chic, which is the link underneath, which all of the products that I get here in Australia are available at that site. I have lots of links underneath my video to US, Canada, and other links there for products that I use. I'm not getting commission from any of those people, but I just want to let you know, because I get asked all the time. So yes, back to this. I've just used this continually since I had it. Love it. It's apparently was a heat embossing tool, but I love it. Okay, easy peasy. Hold one bit, that, no trouble. Magic, easy wizzy, let's get busy. I've got far too much brown in this for what I know it needs to turn out like. But so next time I would definitely have to do a really thin line of this white colour so as it doesn't overtake like this is. Oh, those cells are looking gorgeous. It's like an underwater scene. Not sure if any of you have hopped onto my Acrylic Art by Jilly Cube Facebook page, but I've been doing a lot of collaborations with my son, Scott, and he's got Grim Art Customs. He's an air sprayer and a talented airbrush artist, but he's just been doing some freehand drawings over my paws that I consider, you know, not so special. So he's just been working with acrylic pens over the artwork. So if you would like to have a look at those, they're on my art page, on my Facebook art page, which is again in the link below. Okay, what do you think of that, guys? Little teeny weenies, really nice little champagne cells going on. I want to show you the balloon. Okay, maybe I could do with another balloon now. This one's getting a little bit tatty. Okay, so there's two methods I use with the balloon for doing my balloon kissing and rolling. I either get the belly button bit and my hand over the top and push straight down and lift. So you can push down and lift. You don't, and if there's a lot of paint on there, it starts to fall in, but it actually creates quite a nice butterfly effect. So no, push that. Not much colour on there. So that is a balloon kiss, is pushing it down, and you do push it till you feel the canvas underneath, but lift it straight up so you don't get the oh, now my phone's ringing. Oh my goodness, turn it on to silent. So if the paint falls in, it creates like dragonflies and butterflies, I suppose. It can do. So sometimes when there's lots of paint on there and you, oh, it's all falling, it actually creates a really nice effect. So stay with it. So push and lift straight up. You can pushing these on my silicone mat because when they're dry you can peel them off and use the skins. I don't personally, but that is another use for them if you've got your silicone mat. So okay, that's a balloon kiss. Now a balloon roll would be is try and clean your balloon in between most times, because otherwise it may make your paints muddy. So next one I'll do for you is a balloon roll. So again, I'll push it on and basically just roll it off. It starts to fall in and create a really nice feathery effect. So you can get so many effects from a balloon kiss and a balloon roll. Oh, you can do so much with a balloon to just create interest and movement in your painting. So that's a push down and a twist of the wrist. It all, yeah, looks very easy, and I know some people are finding it very difficult, but it absolutely does come with practice and persistence. I can guarantee that you will get it if you just stick with it. If your canvas is absolutely laden with paint, you tip a bit off, go away, leave your paint to absorb into the canvas a little bit and self-level. So I'd say between 20 and 40 minutes, leave it and come back, because when the paint is just that little bit thinner on your canvas, you get some better effects from it. Well, you don't actually get better, that's wrong, because they just give a different effect, but it gives a more pronounced effect, like it is a star or a flower. Like I said, when your paint is quite wet and it falls in, it can still give a lot of movement to your work, so it's still a really nice thing to be able to do. Yeah, look at that. I'll just give you a close-up of that. My son's about to walk in now, so it'll be okay. I'll give you a close-up of that particular one. Just 1 minute, I'll give you a close-up. Okay guys, back again. I just left that for only maybe 10 minutes. I'm not going to do any more to it, but I really hope that that gave you, the people that have asked me to kind of demonstrate the balloon. That was the balloon on that size, and I will do further demonstrations on using my little water balloon, but I have got some links. If you go in the drop down box underneath the video, I think that you have to be on a tablet or iPad or your desktop. You can't do it if you're watching on the TV, but the drop down box that has the description, I've got all the links, and there's a couple of links to beginners videos and how-to videos, and also I'm going to add a link to each of my videos now on the glossing and the gloss coating, different videos on my playlist that I have of the gloss coating. But while this video, I'd stop this video for a second, my son came in, and as I was telling you, he's been embellishing some of my paws, and ta-da! He's just come up with this one. I'll maybe try and add the link to this, the actual video where I did this piece of art, and then he has added the dragonfly. So it kind of looks like a dragonfly in space, but look what a brilliant artist he is. So we're going to do more of these collaborations, and we are going to sell these sizes because they are easier to send over to the US. So that was just one I wanted to show you. And another one he did throughout the last night, which is a beauty. You can see it all. So that was one of my dips. I did a big dip, and he has done this beautiful design on it. So talented with his designs. So I think, yes, he has a acrylic art he has an art page on Facebook called Grim Art Customs. I'll put a link to that in the video. But yeah, just photo bombing. He wanted to come and photo bomb my shoot, so there you go. Thank you for joining me for today. I hope that some of you have learnt something from this absolutely gorgeous piece, and I'm really happy with the colours, but I know it's not quite the brief because the dark brown needs to be thinner and a thinner line. So lesson learnt. It was only on a smaller canvas, so it's not going to go on the big one, so I've got to get it right for when I do the big one, and hopefully I will video that for you guys too. Thanks so much for subscribing. Really appreciate all of your comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about Scott's artwork and our collaborations. So I'll be back soon. Thank you. Look out at the end for the photos of the dried work. Bye for now.